shaƙe gudanar ruwa a kogin Benue. Masunta na fama da raguwar kamun kifaye a kogin.
Su kifaye din a yanzu ba a gane su kamar daɗin, yanzu ba a gane su, sai ɗaya ake samu amma ba kamar da ba.
Raguwar kamun kifi da ke fuskantar masuntan abu ne da ya biyo bayan ɗabi'u na rashin tattalin albarkatu wadda ya ɗauki shekaru da dama yana faruwa. Alal misali, akan sami masu kama kifi da guba. Shi wannan kamun kifi da guba kan kashe ‘ya'ya, manyan kifi, ya kuma lalata ƙwai da suka nasa. Bugu da ƙari, yakan kuma kashe ainihin ‘ya'yan halittu da kifayen ke rayuwa a kai. Akwai kuma rashin tsayayyen hukuma da zai sa ido bisa yadda za a rinka cin moriyar albarkatun ruwa. Ita dai wannan hukuma za ta ƙayyade girman ramin raga ko birgi ta kuma zaɓi wuraren da za a yi kamun kifi. Sabili da wasu lokuta, akwai jinsin kifaye da ke nasa ƙwansu a gurabe keɓaɓɓu wadda aka riga aka sani. Saboda haka, idan har an gano watannin da suke nasa ƙwai, sai a hana kamun kifi cikin wannan gurbin. Duk da waɗannan barazana da ke fuskantar kogin Benue, akwai wani tsohuwar raya albarkatu da ke taimakon kogin na Benue.
Okay, viewers, you're most welcome to the show, The Crux of the Matter. I want to start by apologizing sincerely for our inability to continue the program consistently. But this time around, God's willing, we are going to continue. And we're going to do our best to ensure that we bring you live programs as well as recorded programs that are valuable and important to national development. Today on the topic, I have very important young distinguished personalities, and we shall be talking with them on youth in politics. Let me start with my immediate right. Sir, you're most welcome to the show. Please tell us your name and your little background.
Thank you very much, President, for having me as your guest. My name is Nasru Ibrahim, a.k.a. Asorok Bila, from here in Chad.
Asorok, and you're here in Taraba. You're most welcome to the show. And to my immediate left altogether, I also have another comrade in the house. Sir, can you please tell us your name and your little background?
Thank you, viewers. Thank you for having me today. My name is Noura Ibrahim Banyam, and I was born and brought up in Karimla Middle Local Government. And I'm a teacher, a political advocate for good governance, and a politician, for a start.
Okay, yeah. And that is why I welcome all of you, because we want to talk about politics. So listeners, these are my guests, and so I would like to start immediately. Without much ado, we shall be talking about youth in politics. Are youth highly represented? This is the first question I would like to start by asking them, because we don't want to go who is a youth in Nigerian context or in the global context. I don't know if I'm a youth or my brother here is a youth, but still, we shall be talking about this issue so that we know. What are the reasons why youth are not fully involved today in politics? And we cannot holistically say that youth are not holistically involved in politics, but in leadership, I think youth are not actually involved in leadership. So we shall be talking about these issues, and let's look at the way forward for our Nigerian youth. Let me start from my immediate left. Comrade Noura, do you think Nigerian youth are represented in the leadership of Nigeria today?
Well, to be fair to this question, I think you have to know who is even youth. In the context of Nigerian politics, youth are sometimes defined in a way where you cannot even understand who is even a youth or who is not a youth. But
reasons.
Yes, at times, if you look at some appointments, I could remember during the era of Goodluck Jonathan, there was a time when a youth this thing, PDP national youth leader
That's
was
right.
given to somebody who is over 60 years.
So yeah.
60 years.
Mm.
I could not remember his name,
That's
but
right.
he was the one representing youth as youth leader. Even in Taraba State, and Adokola precisely, I could remember there was somebody I knew personally. He was appointed as youth leader at the age of 60.
60?
Yes. So at this
As
context,
a youth leader?
as a youth leader. So at this context, it will be hard for you to even understand who is a youth in Nigerian context.
That's right.
Because many Africans' country have a definition of youth depending on their national
That's
policies.
right, that's right.
So for me, I think youth people is a transition period from childhood to adulthood.
All right.
And these are the categories of people who are active part of the population. They form almost 70% of Nigerian population.
That's right.
As at today. But to me, I can classify youth between the age of 18 to 45.
That's right.
In Nigerian context. Now, why is it up to 45? This is because of the transition period, the education, before you finish your schools, before you even get a job, before you understand if it is skills, before you acquire skills. All these factors contributed to delay. You understand? In becoming somebody in the society.
All right.
So if you can categorize youth between the age of 18 to 45, I think you have done justice.
That's right.
Now, are the youth really represented in governance? This is the question.
Yeah.
Now, looking at this, I think I will say no, categorically say no. Because if you look at the number, we said there are about 70% of the population. And look at who are those in the governance today. For me, I can even define Nigerian democracy as how will I even use it as?
Maybe
a gentocracy, where old people are the one taking decision on behalf of the entire population, and this is because of their experience, perhaps, or because of their age. You know, but youth are not fully utilized, especially in the decision making, in the decision table. You understand? Yes, youth are being used sometimes during the campaign, rallies. You understand? When there's a need for toggery, understand, and so on. But when it comes to decision making, giving them the chance to act, I think they are not represented fully.
Okay. All right, thank you. I heard you so much, and you have raised so many points that I will come back to you later. Nasiru Asoro, tell us your own point of view. Are Nigerian youth highly represented in leadership today?
Definitely, as my able comrade, we are able to highlight some important aspect of who is youth. Partially, I can say no, Nigerian youth are not being represented and not being involved in some key position of the government.
Okay.
Because I know personally we always been used to, whenever somebody is looking for power, looking for you always telling you that these things are always pursuing this thing because of
the youth, yeah.
Because of you do this and that and that. So whenever he got onto that position, actually you are not being represented. Whenever you approach somebody I say you that you deserve to hold also position, you deserve to participate, you deserve to, he will actually telling you that no, I wait for your time, this and that, this and that. So in Nigeria, honestly, you are not being represented. You can be only singing that you are the leader of tomorrow, and that tomorrow up to now it didn't come.
I may agree with you, given the fact that the able comrade talk about a Nigerian youth leader in one party in the past who was appointed at 60, and even in Taraba State, he made a mention of that. But coming down to Taraba State, the executive governor of Taraba State involved all the youth, especially in governance. His commissioners are 100% youth. Why do you say that Nigerian youth are not highly represented in politics?
Of course, as you say, you are now narrowing the question into particularly
particular state, right.
Of course, as when we talk about this present administration and the executive governor of Taraba State, actually His Excellency Dr. Abukepas, he involves youth. In fact, he takes youth unaware because nobody even know if he become governor, youth will be made commissioner, special advisor, and so ever. So on his wisdom, he sit down, decide, and look at the past antecedents and other governors, that if he want results, let him change the narration. That's why he decided on his own. He bring youth on board as his commissioner, as special advisor. And right now, honestly, we really appreciate he's doing well by bringing youth on board.
That's right. I also want to say that it's highly recommendable. But do you think that the youth he brought into power are doing well when you compare their age status as well as their performance?
Yes, when we talk about performance, you know, if you are looking for results, scientifically, they used to assess results. If you can get 70 to 50% of what you want, or if you can achieve what you want, level of 50 to 70%, you have got a result. So, you know, whenever, you know, with our problems, sometimes even you too are not prepared. As I told you earlier, that the executive governor of Taraba State, took it unaware that they are not even prepared, but they form themselves as commissioner. At the starting point, you can say quite, it's very impressive. They are trying. They're trying, as it is.
Okay, they are trying, in your perspective in the state. Okay, let's go back to Comrade. You heard him talk about Nigerian youth are involved. When you narrow the question down to Taraba State, can you give us some your assessment on the appointment of the commissioners in Taraba State, who, as I say, about 90% of the commissioners are youth? And I want us to compare what you said. Before then, let me talk about an issue here which, to support or to buttress your point, you made mention that Nigerian youth are not highly represented in governance or leadership. Now, the former military head of states we have in Nigeria, most of them are within the ages of 40, not even 45, as classified by you. And of course, the context of what we are talking about. General Murtala Muhammad, he was 31 when he became president of Nigeria. I mean, the military head of state, right?
Yes.
Right. 31. Yeah, we also have, yes, Yakubu Gowon, who was 36 when he became military head of states. All right. We also have General Olusegun Obasanjo, who also became Nigerian head of state at the age of 38. Right. So this, okay, let's also talk about the Speaker of House of Assembly, House of Representatives, rather. The youngest, I think, is Salisu Buhari. There's no context about this. He is still the youngest in Nigeria. He served Nigeria as a speaker at the age of 29 years. Also, if we keep mentioning names, we'll have these names in the previous years. Why do you think that these days, the young Nigerians are not given these opportunities in your own point of view?
You see, these are the issues. These are some of the things that we should ask ourselves. If the military government, the military head of state, the military government then will think of giving youths the platform to display their talent. Even not even the president then, even his cabinet, the military, what will I call them, the ministers, after they call them, you see most of them are youth at that age. Now, if had it been our politicians has elaborated on their effort, we will not even be here talking about youth participation. You understand? But now looking at the number of the youth we have, we said they constituted about 70%. And look at the representation at the decision table. Look at the representation. It's too low, it's too poor, for God's sake. So that's why I said they are not even represented. Okay. You understand? Had it been at least we have, let's say, 40 or 35% of the youth, inclusivity in the governance, will say yes, youth are fully represented. And they are part of decision making. But out of this 70%, how many are in the decision table? That's the question you should ask. How many are there?
Yeah, and this is why we're asking. And so that the leaders out there also know the point. And this is a way forward.
No,
when we discuss issues, everybody now is going to sit up and then we'll find solutions to our problem.
They
Now,
are
this is the
not, to
context.
me, they are not even
Oh,
of
okay.
the 10. Or
Now,
the
now,
10%.
this is the point.
Yes.
What are the way forward for Nigerian youth to be highly inclusive in governance?
The way forward is awareness.
Awareness, number
Yes,
one.
awareness. We need to even participate fully in the politics, not even to be used and dumb. Because most of the youth today are just used and dumb. Once it is time for campaign, they look for you because they know you are active, you have the energy, you can do whatever they want. Now after the election might have done, understand, you'll be thrown away.
Okay.
So why is this happening? The youth should know that, yes, they are the active part of the society and they should be actively involved in decision making. They should be given appointment.
That's
Understand?
right.
They should be given responsibilities. This is how we can acquire the needed experiences that
That's
they
right.
have today. So if our use is only for political rascalities, and from there we are dumb, how can we get the needed experience that they are talking about? Not even in the political representation. Even in a job today, you find out that youths who has finished his university at the age of 25 sometimes, you understand, may not even get the chance to work. Sometimes they will say they need somebody who has experience of this, who has undergone this. So the criteria given for employment itself is a barrier to most of
the so-called youth.
So-called youth they have
yes.
today. So to even gain a gainful employment and work is a problem, not to even get to a decision table.
Okay.
So these are the questions we should be asking. Why is this happening?
And this is why we're talking. Okay, let's talk with Nasru. Honorable Nasru, how do you think that this problem is going to be solved? Since the Nigerian youth, as he said, are not fully involved into decision making, how do you think that the leaders will involve Nigerian youth into leadership decision making?
Yes, of course, as you have said, when we are looking at the solution, life is all about risks.
Risk?
Of course,
okay.
Life is all about risks. When we talk about risks, some of us, you entirely, you may be busy looking for small things that you need to solve immediate problem. It's not like that. We must focus on our future.
That's right.
So our leaders, as we said, for them to give us opportunity, we need to be proactive and we need to stand on our feet.
That's right.
As how? Whenever you approach someone, this is your problem. You may think of solving your problem or that you say, no, think of position, sir. Install me. I see where I can work. I see where I can actively participate. I see where I can even give my own contribution. So I need so appointment. I need so appointment. If you can help me, that's wrong. It's not matter of giving you small time, solving your problems, take care of this and that. That's why they are killing our future.
Right.
So on that matter, they now take advantages of that because they are giving us small changes. That's why some of the positions they will be giving to themselves.
Okay.
So on that case, honestly, we are the risk takers because whenever anything happens, youth are on the forefront. But in terms of decisions making, we used to just mere bringing down ourselves, collecting small things. So I think the solution to this kind of things, we should resist for anything that has to be just take this or I'll offer you this. No, involve us. Don't give us fish, teach us how to catch fish.
That's right. That's very true. So you see the issue of awareness now comes in. So Comrade Nasser is talking about taking a risk. So do you agree with him that you should take a risk by contesting in governance so that they become active participants on their own? Because when we talk about risk, it means we have to be involved. And how are we going to be involved when the money slated for the contest of a political position, sometimes the youth cannot afford it. These are very critical issues. Now you talk about this issue of risk. We have to test risk, the youth. Do you agree with him on this? And how do you think that the youth can be able to test risk so that they can be fully involved into the national politics?
Yeah, you see, there are so many barriers to youth participation.
Okay.
One of them has been cleared, and that is the bill on not too young to roll,
not too
which
young to
was
established
in
during
2018.
President Muhammadu Buhari
Yes, in
administration.
2018. That gave
The youth.
Yes.
Mm.
That age barrier
Mm.
has been taken away.
That's right.
Now, the rest of the barriers are the financial barrier, understand?
Mm.
For you to run as for elected positions, you need to have a certain, at least money.
Mm-hmm.
For even buying forms for campaign, understand, for mobilization, for other things, it requires a lot of financial budget.
That's right.
And the youths actually are not having that access to finance.
Okay.
Now, but that should not be a barrier. Just as he said, we take risks. We need to be involved, at least, and that is where our awareness comes in. We should be able to know that yes, politics is not only about money. It's not only about money. If we said it is only those people that have money that will continue to vote for them, it means we are not ready.
Okay, if you said it's not all about money, comrade, let's talk about one thing. But before then, let's go on short break. So I want to talk about money. It's going to affect the issue. Now, let me just even bring the point before we come so that you give us this answer. How do you think that a Nigerian youth can participate directly into politics when he doesn't even have the money to even buy the form? This question is very critical. So I would like you to start with that. I will come back from the break.
Thank you.
Banda yashi da zaizayar ƙasa ya jibge, wadda a cikin shekarun nan ke barazanar shaƙe gudanar ruwa a kogin Benue. Masunta na fama da raguwar kamun kifaye a kogin.
Su kifaye din a yanzu ba a gani su kamar daɗin, yanzu ba a gani su, sai ɗaya ake samu amma ba kamar da ba.
Raguwar kamun kifi da ke fuskantar masuntan abu ne da ya biyo bayan ɗabi'u na rashin tattalin albarkatu wadda ya ɗauki shekaru da dama yana faruwa. Alal misali, akan sami masu kama kifi da guba. Shi wannan kamun kifi da guba kan kashe ‘ya'ya, manyan kifi, ya kuma lalata ƙwai da suka nasa. Bugu da ƙari, yakan kuma kashe ainihin ‘ya'yan halittu da kifayen ke rayuwa a kai. Akwai kuma rashin tsayayyen hukuma da zai sa ido bisa yadda za a rinka cin moriyar albarkatun ruwa. Ita dai wannan hukuma za ta ƙayyade girman ramin raga ko birgi ta kuma zaɓi wuraren da za a yi kamun kifi. Sabili da wasu lokuta, akwai jinsin kifaye da ke nasa ƙwansu a gurabe keɓaɓɓu wadda aka riga aka sani. Saboda haka, idan har an gano watannin da suke nasa ƙwai, sai a hana kamun kifi cikin wannan gurbin. Duk da waɗannan barazana da ke fuskantar kogin Benue, akwai wani wurin raya albarkatu da ke taimakon kogin na Benue. Gandun dajin Gashaka Gumti, gandun daji da ya fi girma a Afirka ta Yamma. Banda yalwatar dabbobi irin su makurna, mazo, boka, kwantarafi, bakane, dabganya, da zuriyar birrai iri daban-daban. Wannan gandun daji tana da koguna daban-daban da ke da wadatar albarkatun ruwa. Waɗannan koguna su ne kogin Gashaka, kogin Kam, Ingiti da kuma kogin Ngamgam. Kusan ƙarshen kowace shekara akwai abin da ke faruwa cikin ɗaya daga cikin waɗannan kogunan, wato kogin Kam. A wannan kogi, kifaye kan hauro daga Benue su nasa ƙwai a cikinta. Bayan sun ƙyanƙyashe sai su ɗauki al'adarsu ta gado. Sukan ɗauki tsawon makonni suna ƙaura zuwa mashekararsu kamar yadda kakanninsu suka yi. A wannan mashekara nasu, inda ruwan ba shi da igiya da kuma yawan gudu, suke zama har su girma. Bayan sun girma, cikowan damina sai ta kwaso galibinsu ta wadata kogin Benue da manyan kifi. Ta haka, ƙara yanayi ta wurin kafa gandun dazuzzuka ke agaza wa rayuwar bil'adam na yau da kullum. Banda yashi da zaizayar ƙasa ya jibge, wadda a cikin shekarun nan ke barazanar shaƙe gudanar.
Thank you for being there, and I hope you're still enjoying part of this discussion on the topic youth in politics. Are Nigerian youth highly represented? Fellow comrade says no, and we're digesting the issue. And we're back. I would like you to start with the same question I asked. When the money slated for contest into political positions is said to be 10 million naira for governorship election, do you think, or the president is 100 million or 50 million, do you think a Nigerian youth who is at the age of 30 or 31, like General, Murtala Muhammad, who became the Nigerian president at the age of 31, do you think the Nigerian youth today can be able to become the Nigerian president?
I think those ones are the lucky Nigerians.
Oh.
And perhaps, I don't know, I may not conclude, but I don't think Nigerian youth who is undergoing the same economic realities with others can be able to fit in. When the phone for even buying the phone, the money for buying the phone is raised to that level. Understand? And this is part of it is because even we, our youth, sometimes are not ready. You know why? Yes. At times, a fellow youth who can be able to understand, galvanize and organize other friends and other things to come in and see how we can be able to support one of our own to be in the decision table. Some of us may hate that because we don't want our fellow one of us to be part of...
because of jealousy.
Jealousy, yes, jealousy. At times this play a crucial role.
That's right.
in reducing youth participation. Among us, we feel like, yes, if this one goes, he may even forget about us. And this is not. At least one of you should be there. Because he will be one of those, at least if one is there, with time, the other one will come. The other time, and if we can doing it from 2020, when democracy comes into existence fully, 2019, was it 1999? 1999 to date, at least we will have so many youths at the decision table. But it is not. Understand? Most of us feel like, yes, if this one is there, why not me? Why not myself? Understand? And this has hampered the youth participation in decision making. Another factor is most of us demand a peanut. Understand?
Another serious issue.
Yes, we always demand for a peanut instead of at least giving us chances to display our work. Once those
Comrade Nasru talk about that.
Yes, he talk about that. When you see most of us, the moment the campaign is over, what we need is pay us what we have done for you.
By the time you have been paid,
by the time you are paid,
and you have to wait for 4 more years.
For another 4 years. And how much is the money? It's just a peanut. So these are some of the issues that we need to tackle. At least you should be sensitive, should be people who are eager to represent other youths. Yes, we cannot all be there, but at least those who are there, we should support them, give them encouragement, talk to them, see how they can fix some of us, so that at least as time goes on, you understand, we'll have so many people at the decision table.
I may agree with you, but before I go back to Comrade Nasru, I would like us to talk about this again, but I would like us to talk about one more thing. Not too young to rule.
To run. Yes. That's 20
Next week is going to be our topic, and I want us to be very sure here that by next week, God's willing, is going to be a live program where we're going to do call-in program so that you can also give in your own contributions, because this is a sensitive topic we shall be discussing about youth engagement into politics. And for 2 weeks, so next week, Monday, God's willing, from 8 to 9, is going to be another episode of this same program, but it's going to be not too young to run.
Yes.
All right. and it's going to be another fantastic time. But let's come to the comrade. How do you think that the youth can avoid holistically collecting peanut for them to become being paid because of what they have done for politicians?
Yes, as I earlier said, these are very good questions, and but my viewers and youth out there have to take note on this.
That's right.
Honestly, in fact, whenever you go out for a labor, most especially in political arena, political participation, political activities, you may have it at the back of your mind that you are also qualifying to hold an office, to be given appointment, given opportunity.
That's right.
As government agency and whatsoever, what have you. So if you have that at the back of your mind, whosoever you are supporting at that campaign field, so any opportunity around him, you should be penciling it down. If you are tempted to be given this, and the appointment, before you know it, has already given to someone, then you will now cross over, look for another opportunity again. By God's willings, they will think of, okay, this guy is not even bringing any problem. He's not even asking us of money. He's not even talking about his personal problem whatsoever. So whatever he's talking, he's always looking for appointment. So which means you know what he's doing. So for that matter, okay, what are we going to do? So we should be giving you appointment whatsoever, even if you're not up to that position that you are looking for. So whatsoever they give you as appointment, start from there. Prove yourself. Next time you will be upgraded to another agency or government agency that you may wish to play more role there. So, but for us to insist of very immediate problem, that's why I always emphasize on that. If you always think of your immediate problem, how am I going to solve this and this, you may end up, be into problems. Because whenever you collect peanuts and solve your problem, tomorrow another problem will come, and you don't have anywhere, you must go to someone and beg still.
More money, more problems.
That is it. That is it. So honestly, as you said, so we should stick on what we want, not what we just want to have it at today and solve our problem. That's right. What I'm just emphasizing about it.
That's right. That's very interesting. Now, comrade,
yes, to me, I think power is not given.
Yeah.
Nobody will give you power.
I think Malam Nasir Rufai,
yes,
who has been held in captivity of political arena,
you
said this.
Yes, you fight for it.
You fight for it.
Yes.
Okay, how do you think that the youth can fight for this when we are divided? When you talk about divided, we don't even know our problem. We don't know our direction. And so, how do you think that the youth can become united and, of course, fight for it?
We can never be united. Youth, to be united? No.
Why
yes,
is
we can have people who have the same mindset, people who have the same opinion. But for us, all of us to be united before we get power, we are deceiving ourselves. You look for like minds. Look for like minds who are ready to cheer you off, who are ready to go with you. Understand? Look at the position you can be able to win. Yes, it may not be immediate. It cannot be just because you contested today, you can win today.
That's right.
Understand? You can contest and recontest. If you look at Buhari has contested, the late Buhari has contested for more than 40
before he became president.
4 times before he became president. So it's not an easy job. That's our main problem is we want it to be done today. And it cannot be done. It's a process.
All right.
Understand?
Process.
Leadership itself is a process. You need to undergo training, you need to undergo expertise, this thing. So there are a lot of processes that you need to go. But the main thing is for you to be ready. Yeah. Get into it. Do it. Do not look at any thing as obstacle. Understand? Try your own luck.
Now, did you ever try it anytime?
well, we are on the process. Okay. We're on the process.
But you've been supporting people, right?
We have been supporting people.
You have been active in
why
politics.
Why we are different is we have to, before we support you, sometimes we have to tell you that we are also part of it. What will be our own? Understand? We usually discuss. Understand? We engage you. What can we give us? What can you give us when you are finally elected? Understand? At least these are some of the conversations you need to do before you support someone. You cannot just be eye-blinded, understand? Just to be supporting someone without knowing your faith. As youth, you should know, yes, if this one get elected and I have labored for it, at least I'll be given something. Understand? Pen something you need. Tell him, you engage him. You understand? Before you support him.
Okay. Thank you very much for this.
Crucial.
Thank you very much for this substantial point of view. But okay, let's talk about. You have to be very, very tactical when you talk about Nigerian youth are not given the mandate. Since the establishment of the Act, not too young to run, has been established in the country, and the Nigerian youth are at liberty to contest even for the office of the president.
That's the issue.
And this is why I'm talking about the issue of being united. And you said it's hardly going to be possible for Nigerian youth to be united. But we can see how Nigerian youth now are coming up with a lot of agitations towards better government in the country.
Yes.
Don't you think this is a step forward?
Yes, it's a step forward, and I think we have to commend them for this. And these are the things that we should be doing all the time. But if you look at our parent, the old politicians, they cannot even allow us to unite in the first place.
Why?
Understand? Yes, because once you are united, they will be out of power, and that is what they hate. It cannot even happen. So they use the resources they have to make sure that we are divided. You understand? Most of the times, look at the Nigerian. There's a party that was started by Nigerian youth. What's even the name of the party? Nigerian Youth Party.
Yeah,
I cannot remember the name.
I think by next week we'll talk about it.
Yes,
because it's a complete party that.
It was supposed to be complete youth party that is supposed to be actively engaged in this 2027 election.
Yes,
Where is the party today? Where are
it's nowhere to be found.
Yes, most of them have gone to NDC, others are in ADC, others are in APC. They were divided. They were giving money and they have taken it. So this is why I'm telling you that we cannot never be united.
Yes,
Since we don't have access to power, we don't have access to resources.
That's right.
Understand?
Yes.
So it's only you look for like minds, those who are ready to cheer you up, and you go.
Okay, I would like to ask you this question, but before then, let me throw the question so that I will not forget.
Okay.
Many Nigerian youth are given the chances. I know of governor who became the governor of Nigeria at the age of 40. But
40?
Yeah, in the current administration. No, I don't even want to mention name because I'm an analyst. So I just talk about the governor. You rate the performance of Nigerian governors who are their youthful age, even now, at this moment. We know some of them. You can even just make analysis of many whom you know. But before then, let's go back to Comrade Nasru. Comrade Nasru, how do you think that these challenges can be amicably, arrested? Let me use the word arrested.
In terms of
youth in governance,
yes,
or even in politics.
Yes, we all know, and we are on the battlefield of this politics. In fact, any political party that wants to be formed or they want to register, whatever they are doing, they must tell this party must belong to you.
Okay.
For them to have popularity, youth will be given a lot of opportunity at the party formation. But the problem is the government when we talk about the government, because that particular place is where you will be labeled. Not to be enjoyed, because if you are the party, this party, that is where to be labeled for you to bring somebody into power. So I've already tell you the way we should solve that problem, particularly I have earlier mentioned it. We should be avoiding this peanut talking. We should be stick into our right. We should be stick into. So some of us here, as we see, most of the youth that participate in it, some of us, they are secondary school graduates. And our constitutional contest, the highest qualification for you to be qualified and contest is secondary school. And so what are you talking? What are you talking? So all of us, we deserve to hold any position. But our own problem is to be accepting these peanuts. That's why I'm emphasizing. So we should be stick and we should be avoiding it. That is it. By restricting ourselves for that, I think our chance will also be given to us to get an opportunity.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Now coming back to you, comrade, many Nigerian youth are given political positions actually, but their performances is said to be very, very low. And that is why I think to some youth, they don't even trust nobody. And they don't even want to give the youth another chances again. Don't you think they could be right to make this decision? And what do you think the youth should do at this level?
Yes, to some extent. We cannot say youth are entirely not part of the politics. Yes, there are those who happen by chance to be part of the system. But looking at their performance, yes, it can speak volume about why our elders cannot trust the youth any longer.
Okay.
You see, just like you said, there is a particular governor that was elected at the age of 40, or even below 40, and he has performed woefully. Woefully. He's even, in fact, he's even being sought after by EFCC and other grab agencies. So, if this can serve as an example to our elders, they will continue to say, yes, even the youth are not ready. Understand? But we are not all the same. Understand? If we continue like this from time to time, and yes, there are also many youths that are still making us proud. You understand? In many aspects of political system, not even politics.
I agree with you.
Service,
we've seen that,
in other sector. So we should not just depend on the performance of some parts of the youth.
I agree with you.
And concluded that all the youth cannot perform.
I'm just making this as an example because many, or some of the youth rather, might think since we also voted for a youth who just stole money for himself and his family, then maybe that is the genesis of their, jealousy, And that is why I want us to be cautious about this. And you have raised a very clear point here, that we should not categorically say that just because very few of some of the those that have the opportunity to become leaders in Nigerian context today, we can now say that all the Nigerian youth should not be given the chance to also go into power.
Yes.
I agree with you. You may continue, please.
Yes, so looking at the context of Nigerian politics today, I think there's a need for youth engagement. Yes, the elders, the politicians should, as a matter of priority, look at the youth constituency.
Okay.
Yes, we will say thank you for the opportunity given to others, but it's still not enough. It's not enough. At least a lot of us are outside, a lot of people are outside who we have trusted that yes, they can do better. Better than even the ones currently in the administration. Talking about the Governor Kepa's administration, yes, we will commend him on that. Because when he came earlier, nobody thought, just as we said, nobody thought he would give that opportunity
to the youth.
But to our surprise, he has given so much opportunity. In fact, we will say 80%. Yes, because I heard you saying 100 was 90%. You can say yes, 80% of his administration are made of youth, especially the commissioners. And if you can see, yes, some of them are doing better. Well, others are not, because we cannot all be the same. Because even the talent, the experience, the other things, the education we have are not the same. So, but we look at, yes, those who are performing. You understand? Look at them. Yes, if we bring more youth, it means they will equally perform the way others are performing. There must be a battle. Everywhere there must be a battle.
Thank you very much, Comrade. Nigerians, this discussion is very important for us because Nigerian youth in politics is a very key to national development. We have almost flogged this very tale of the issue, and of course, I would like to say a very big thank you for being there for all of us. And before we go, I would like to give them another chance if they have another advice to give to our Nigerian youth once more. Let's start with Comrade Nassur. In a nutshell, what will you say to Nigerian youth for us to be inclusive in governance?
Thank you very much as we give this opportunity. We are on the eve of politics.
Yeah, I agree with you.
We are approaching. So this time around, we should go into politics with bargaining. We have our plan, we have our power bargaining on ground.
That's right.
Whosoever needs your support, then you have your own a request that you put before him.
What kind of request, if you say request?
Yes, of course.
Is it financial?
No, I'm not talking about financial.
That's good, because this is the Nigerian politics today.
Yeah.
One day we will talk about this altogether as a point of view. Okay, but you may continue.
Yeah, what I mean here is, you know, we have a different political position that are aspiring Senate, House of Assembly, whatsoever. And all of them, they have opportunity around them. You know, so on that manner, so what I mean here, whosoever you are supporting for his position that is aspiring, you must have your own plan around the ground. So this is what I want whenever you do. So we work together. If God willing and you get into that position, this is what I want, this is what I either employment or appointment. You know, we have two different things.
That's right.
What are you going to offer to me? Are you giving me employment or you giving me appointment? Or you want me to serve under you want to groom me in politics. So all these things has to be done, has to put it in place before you even support. You should not be going to support somebody blindly because, you know, he has popularity and you don't even know your stand. So you just be following, collecting peanuts and whatsoever. That is it. So this time around, so we have to be watch out and open our eyes as we are going into political activities very soon.
Thank you very much. This is a very important point of view. Comrade, in a last word, what will you give an advice? What will you give as an advice to Nigerian youth so that we will be fully involved into Nigerian politics?
Yes, to every Nigerian youth, we should know that we are the future. In fact, we are even the present. Therefore, we should go there.
Yeah, future leaders of tomorrow, you want to say, right?
We are even the present. Okay. So you should go out there, contest for whatever you feel like, and do not be depressed. Know that it cannot be immediate, but definitely it will be one day. So continue to advocate for good governance, continue to contest, continue to cheer off your brothers. One day you will take off this nation, I believe. Thank you.
Thank you very much, comrades, for these wonderful presentations, Nigerian Youth in Politics. We hope you have enjoyed seriously every bit of our discussion and you have gained so many experiences. By next week, God's willing, we shall be talking about Not Too Young to Run, and it's going to be a live program. We'll open our lines by next week, God's willing. We're going to also give you another chance to contribute directly into this discussion because we are doing this for national development. We say a very big thank you for listening and attention. Until next week, thank you very much and goodbye.
Ruwa a kogin Benue. Masunta